Hey guys, Troy here. So just want to go through some of the presets I've been using in the XFX3. So these are ones that I've built. I have actually tone matched some stuff too. So I've tone matched Fender Pro Sonic, Benson Chimera, a couple AC30s. So you get to hear at least a couple of those as well as I go through these. But so I'm running my pedal board into the back of the XFX into input 2. So left and right out of the pedal board into the left and right ends of input 2 on the XFX, and then I'll show you how I have my presets set up here. So if you've never watched a video that I've uploaded before, 100% dedicated to spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. That's why this channel exists. Jesus Christ lived, died, and rose again so sinners could have salvation, so they could repent of their sin and look to Jesus Christ and obtain a perfect standing before God, where God looks at the sinner and no longer sees their sin, but sees the righteousness of Jesus. And that sinner no longer stands condemned, but stands as a child of God, perfect in front of the Father, which is the salvation story. And that's what this channel exists for. These videos exist to serve my brothers and sisters that are playing in church and are attempting to get some of these tones. So that's what this channel is all about. If you have questions about that, if you have questions about the Bible, if you have questions about Christ, please feel free to reach out to me personally. I would love to talk to you. That's way more important to me than any of this stuff. So let's jump into some of the presets here. All right, so you see how I have my presets set up. I have two ends. The first end is for if I just want to plug my guitar right into the axe and just kind of mess with the presets without going through my pedal board. The second end is for what I mentioned earlier, where I take the left and right out of my pedal board and put it into the left and right in of input 2 of the XFX. It goes down the chain here. I have a left amp with a left cab, a right amp with a right cab, and then everything typically flows through a parametric EQ, some compression, and then a little bit of reverb just to provide some space. So this one is a tone match of a Fender Pro Sonic on the right. See here, the cab there is a tone match, and then the AC30 on the left. The AC30 is just the stock AC30 from the XFX. So let's hear what that sounds like. So throw some compression on there, some wet effects, that's how I normally run things. All right, love that one. Next one is the AC30 and the tone match of the Benson Chimera that I made. So that one sounds like this. Let's make sure the volume pedal's up there. So it's a little round, more round, I guess. Has that grind from the Chimera that I like so much. All right, so let's turn that one on with some compression here. All right, love that one. Next one is tone match of my 2002 Korg era AC30. This one's been brought back to vintage specs, and I was able to capture the cab on that with blues and greenbacks. That one sounds like this. So it's a little more full, seems like, maybe a little more bass. Ooh, yeah. It's real spanky. Love that. Next one is the AC30 with just blues. So you'll notice up here this says output compression. So what I do there is I actually turn the output compression up in the amp settings, and it gives it like a little bit more of a chewy type flavor. Not like drastically, it's just a little bit. And my buddy Bill actually taught me how to do that, and I love that setting. So every preset typically has a scene set up for increased output compression. All right, next one is just the greenback, so this one should be a touch darker. Yeah, so you hear the bass there, it's a lot more prominent. Turn a little boost down there, see what that sounds like. All right, so this is the stock AC30 in the XFX. Absolutely love this thing, man. And this one I have, 57 on the left and a greenback with a 57. So 57 blue on the left, 57 greenback on the right. Love this one. Check this out. So throw some compression on there, more wet effects. All right, great sound in that one. Now this one is AC30 and Deluxe Reverb. I'll use this to show the other thing I do with these scenes. So the second scene on this one is set up for a brighter tone. So sometimes I have a scene set up for increased output compression. Sometimes I have a scene set up for a bit more brightness. That way I can stay within the same preset and just switch scenes for like maybe a different flavor of EQ. So this one you'll notice will be really, really good with the neck pickup. I'll be a little twangy on the bridge. So here we go. So it's got that kind of sizzle thing going on. So let's put some wet effects on, and then I'll do like just some neck pickup stuff up high here. All right, so that's that one. Next one, AC30 Twin Reverb. Use this one a lot. So let's take the wet effects off here. Super full. You'll notice that I actually EQ the Twin Reverb separately on that one. That allows me to take off some of the high end, make it balance out a little bit more. So I'd like to probably do that with a few more of my presets too. So still learning this thing. It's super deep, but I love it, man. You can tweak everything. All right, next one. Matchless Chieftain. This is a tone match of my Chieftain. So humongous low end. It's a really aggressive preset too. So we'll turn some drive on. All right, next one's a DC30, I believe. Yep, DC30. And I have a second scene set up for bright on that one too. So it's real bright. So it gives you that like real kind of slappy Hillsong thing. DC30, AC30. So it's got like the chewy thing going on. It's a little bright. And next one, DC30 Twin. So, all right, in all actuality, I like the AC30 models a lot better than the DC30. Here's probably why. I build my sound off an AC30 and typically a Fender style amplifier, or just AC30 period. The DC30 model in this is different enough where I would have to spend more time shaping my sound around the DC30. It's not as alike, I guess, to an AC30 as I'm used to. So this is a bit different of a preset or of an amp model for me. Again, it's almost like building your tone around the bridge pickup or building your tone around the neck pickup. In worship, you kind of have to choose one. I lean toward bridge pickup, so everything's typically tuned toward the bridge pickup. So just to reiterate again, the AC30 is my thing. That's what I like a lot. So landing on this DC30 amp model in here, it's taking me some time to get used to it. All right, so that rounds out all the like worship presets that I use. And then just for kicks, I wanted to break out the Strat real quick. Give me just a sec. Oh my heavens. All right, and this is my like Stevie Ray Vaughan preset. It's a super reverb on one side, vibreverb on the other. And it's pretty massive sounding. I love it. So here we go. So I haven't had a chance to parametric EQ this one yet. I know I'd take some of that boominess out. I can hear some boom there. But then you have, like, you add in the drive. So we'll just do one of these. So that's the Stevie Ray Vaughan preset. Super fun, man. I used to play that stuff a lot when I was younger, and I enjoyed kind of messing around with it still. So anywho, that's all the XFX presets that I've been using lately. So stuff that I've built in the last couple of months since I've had it. So I hope that sheds some light as to what the XFX is capable of in the context of how we typically use this stuff. So pedal board, right into it, lots of wet effects, stereo, big wide type sound. So anywho, hope that was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Happy to help you. Take care.